Hey, what's going on, family? Sure is truly Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother from another mother. Listen, I want to just talk today, just coming on, chopping it up with you, talking about you are the CEO. And for a lot of us, we, in many cases, quantify and just clarify the whole aspect of being a CEO is specifically what it is that I own, right? Who is specifically working under me, what it is that I do, but not necessarily who it is that I am. And in many cases, being the CEO is you getting to the place to where you understand that you literally are the CEO, the chief encouraging officer of your life. What words are you saying to you about you? How are you affirming yourself? Scripture says this: death and life is in the power of the tongue. And it is that your words create your world. What you speak into the atmosphere will appear. Your future or your funeral is on the tip of the tongue. What you're saying, you will eventually start seeing. And so, what does that mean? I really need to be cognizant about what the word is that I say about myself. I need to be cognizant about what it is that I share, what it is that I say, how it is that I affirm myself. Got to recognize that I'm more than a conqueror. I got to speak life over my life. I got to surround myself with other people who are going to speak life over me, who are going to champion my greatness, who are going to move me to a different destination. Because when I see myself differently, guess what? I begin to respond differently. I begin to act differently. I begin to live differently. Family, while you're watching, I want you to hit the thumbs up button on this video. Come on, hit the thumbs up on this video. All my CEOs, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Come on, just type CEO in the chat. Type CEO. CEO. I'm not just talking about chief executive officers. I'm talking about chief encouraging officer. A chief encouraging officer will understand this, that just because I took a L doesn't mean it's a loss. In many cases, it could be a lesson. The L is about me leveraging love. I didn't take a L. I leaned on the Lord. I got the Lord with me. I know He's looking out for me. It's not a loss, it's a lesson. It's a blessing. CEO. That's for sure. Right? And here's the thing, every L turns into a lesson. Every L leads you to your greatest blessing. Chief encouraging officer. How are you encouraging yourself? Chief encouraging officer. What words are you saying to you about you? What words are you saying to you about you? And generally, here's what we're doing. The words we're saying to us about us, we're literally just repeating and regurgitating what other people said about us. That's what we're doing. We're primarily regurgitating and repeating and rehearsing what everybody else said about us. So basically, what everybody else said about us, this is what we believe it is about us. Folks called you ugly. Now you're telling yourself that you're ugly. Folks said you wouldn't be much of anything. Now you're telling yourself that you're not going to be much of anything. Other people said what you never do, what you never become, what you never overcome. And now you have imbibed that same negative type of philosophy. And here's what it does. Now it clouds your identity. I need you to love on you. I need you to speak well of you. I need you to speak life over your life. Come on, family, type speak life. Type speak life. Speak life by getting the strife out of your life. Yeah, speak life. By overcoming what people said that you'd never become. Speak life by doing more with less. because you're blessed. Speak life. You've rehearsed all this strife, but it's time to speak life. That's it, Ruby. CEO. That's it, Bree. Speak life. Thank you, Ruby, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Speak life over your life. You're not worthless, you're priceless. And here's the thing, whenever we're not the chief encouraging officer of our own life, this is what we do. We allow other people to debilitate our lives. You know what? We will set ourselves up to be gaslit. We'll set ourselves up to be connected to a narcissist. We will set ourselves up to be berated, to be stepped on, to be stomped on, to be talked down to. Why? Because we don't have a framework of how we're supposed to live our lives. When I look at this crazy video of what's been saturating social media over the last few days, yeah, did he? Did he do it or did he not? Well, clearly he did. Talk about some can't stop, won't stop. Well, I wish you would. You need to stop. No real man is going to treat a woman like that, man. Here's the thing, man. You never feel bigger by making other people feel smaller. You don't step up in life by stepping on somebody else. Real men know how to handle their emotions. And here's the thing, if somebody wants to leave out of your life, let them go. Let them go. You all running down the hallway with a towel on, showing your thighs off, throwing some vase or a vase, whatever, however you pronounce it, it's at a woman, trying to corral her, and you throwing her to the floor and you stepping on her. What kind of stuff is this? Man, he wouldn't allow his mama to be treated that way. He wouldn't allow his daughters to be treated that way. Hello, somebody, you know he wouldn't have. This is just what we saw on camera. I can't even imagine what we saw, what was taking place off camera. Then it's not really an apology. Apology doesn't bring all those women who saw that, who were triggered by that, because in many cases, sometimes they've been in situations like that. They've seen situations like that. They grew up in households like that. And so as a result of it, when you have been desensitized, much less that becomes the norm, because you weren't raised on love, you were raised on survival. Now you feel that's only what's worthwhile to you. That's what you deserve. That wasn't an apology. It wasn't an apology because it happened. It was an apology because it got recorded. We were able to watch it. He got caught as a result of it. Empty apologies. You being the CEO of your life sets the framework and the course for how you're going to be treated. You give people a blueprint of how to treat you by the way that you treat yourself. And too often we have been a doormat Too often we have allowed people to mistreat us because we weren't loved, because we weren't valued, because here it is, we had selfish ambitions. We wanted to be an opportunist, so we settled for less. When we knew we had more that we could bargain for, when we knew that there was more that God had in store for us, we settled for less. Less got us depressed. Who am I talking to? I hope it's you. Less got us hurt. Less got us more wounds. Less put us in more trauma. Less never made us feel blessed. Less put us in a place of strife, being stifled and settled. Ladies, a real man's not going to handle you like that. A real man understands this. That here it is, you're a delicate flower, a delicate rose. He understands this. That if he's putting his hands on you, it's only going to be to heal and to help you, not to hurt you and harm you. It's going to be to shield you from danger, not to cause it, not to exact it, not to perpetrate it on you. Got to realize you're deserving of more. My brothers, because I can't discount my brothers, and actually right here on my YouTube channel, what I'm really aware of is that the majority of my subscribers are majority male. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Just because they're not always in the comment section don't mean they're not watching. But as brothers, we gotta raise the standard. Gotta raise the standard. Oh yes, on how we handle our sisters, narcissistic abuser, a gaslighter, won't be able to channel his emotions. Because the only way that he believes that he can handle a woman is to control her, to beat her, to put her down, to step on her. But an evolved man, a healed man, a restored man won't even do that. He knows how to channel his emotions. There may be a disagreement, but he knows not to be disagreeable. He knows how to use words of healing. He knows how to create space if the space is inflamed. To say, all right, let me take a step back on this and let me revisit this at a later hour, at a later time, at a later date. But I want to do things decently in order. Why? Because I understand the power of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, where is that? Empowering, not manipulating. Being the CEO of your own life. Chief Encouraging Officer. You got to start telling yourself what God says to you about you. You got to start telling yourself that you're more than a conqueror. You got to start telling yourself that greatness is inside of you. You got to start telling yourself that you're a person of love. You got to start telling yourself that your dream is not going to be denied. You got to start telling yourself that you got joy unspeakable and full of glory. You got to start telling you what God says to you about you. What God says to you about you is what you should be telling you to you. Let me say that again. Let me say that twice because it's also nice. What God says to you ought to be what you're telling you to you. Stop rehearsing what everybody else says that's negative about you, and now you keep rehearsing it, you keep confessing it, and now your life looks like what you said. Do you hear me? Your life is going to look like what you say. Keep telling yourself that your business is not going to work. It's going to flatline. Keep telling yourself that you're never going to be married and you're going to always be, here it is, a hopeless romantic. No wonder you're frantic. You keep telling people you get on my last nerves. That's all you down to is just one. You on your last nerve, really. You keep telling folks they make you sick. And guess what? You don't want coughing and sneezing and wheezing, gasping for air. Got to change your confession. Your confession will dictate your possession. You will see what you say. What are you saying? What do you sing? If you don't like what you're seeing, change what you're saying. Change what you're doing. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What I think I will say. What I say will dictate how I act. How I act speaks to the way that I live. How I live is who I will surround myself with. So what do I have to do? I got to make an investment with my words. I got to make an investment with my time. I have to make an investment by not wasting my words on frivolous things, on meaningless conversations, on debates with people when you know the truth. Come on, y'all acting like you on a debate team. We just gonna argue all of our life? This ain't the movie The Great Debaters. What are we arguing for? Thank you, Queen Ruby, for the super chat. We're having a super conversation. If you'd like to contribute by giving a super chat on whatever level that you'd like to sow, feel free to do so. Super chat, super sticker, super conversation. You can become a YouTube member as well. We have 3 particular levels, VIP. Yes, you're a very important person, but you also have a very important purpose. We have royalty, my kings, my queens, your royalty demands loyalty. And then of course, OQP. Come on, family, type OQP. Only quality people. Type OQP. Only quality people. When you with only quality people, you don't waste words, you invest words. You invest time, you don't waste time. Let me say that twice because it's also nice. Around OQP type of individuals, only quality people, you don't waste time, you invest time. You don't waste words, you invest words. Here's the thing, only quality people don't talk about people, they talk about ideas. Small people talk about people. Medium-sized minded people talk about things. But only quality-minded people talk about ideas. I ain't got time to talk about people. Let's talk about these projects. I'm not looking at her business. Let's secure this bag. I'm not worried about who they dating. I got the date on me. Hello, somebody. Come on, family. Type HTA. Type HTC. Hard Truth Conversations. HTA, Hard Truth Alert. Being the chief encouraging officer of your life is also a form of self-care. Life will run us ragged if we allow it to. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to create some margin in your life for rest. A lot of us are going to sleep, but we're not resting. Resting is not something that you do unconsciously. Rest is also something that you do consciously. Take the time to mute the noise around you so that you can hear the voice within you. Rest, because the derivative of restoration is rest. Got to rest in what God says to me about me. I have to rest in my ideas. I have to rest in valuing myself. I have to rest in knowing that I am good enough. I have to refresh my mental health. Yeah, I got to take some time for my mental health. Got to take some time for clarity. Got to take some time to speak life over my life. Because here's the thing, a lot of folks will gaslight you. A lot of folks will gaslight you. Thank you, Queen Bree, for your love gift. Thank you, Queen Ruby, for your love gift as well. Here's the thing, a lot of people will gaslight you. You totally on full, and they want to make you they want to make you feel like you're on empty. No gaslighting form against me shall prosper. I know who I am. I know whose I am. I got greatness within me. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rest in that. I'm not going to allow you to arrest my development. I'm going to rest in knowing who I am. And guess what? I'm going to validate me. Before I expect you to tell me anything good about me, I'm going to tell me everything that is good within me. I'm going to validate me with the way that I use my words. Chief Encouraging Officer. Don't expect anybody to do for you what you won't do for you. Encourage you. David said this, I will encourage myself in Linda, in Larry. No, he said, I'll encourage myself in the Lord. That means here it is. I refuse to go where I'm tolerated. I'm going where I'm celebrated. I'm going where I'm elevated. I'm not going where I feel defeated and deflated and depressed and compressed and repressed and oppressed. You focusing on Larry and Linda, Pookie and Ray Ray. What he said, she said. Them, but not him. It's time to take some L's this season. The L's I want you to take. One is love. I want you to love yourself. I want you to appropriate God's love for your life. We love him because he first loved us. I want you to take another L. I want you to take the L of a lesson. Sometimes it wasn't a loss. Sometimes it was a lesson. Sometimes God moved you from X to next for a particular reason. Sometimes God had to subtract other people to add to your life. He had to allow that situation to divide so he could multiply. It was a lesson. You keep asking, why me? I want you to ask, why not me? You keep asking, when? I want you to ask, what do I need to learn? So when I'm ready, I can go to a new plateau, and I cannot plateau, I can go to a new place. Why? Because I've created a safe space internally. Love. Lessons. Life. Jesus said, I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. You shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. Family, type love. Family, type lesson. Come on, type life. life. Stop giving CPR to dead relationships. Live on past it. I want to speak to somebody. You're going to live to see it happen. Whatever you've been believing for, whatever you've been praying for, whatever you've been stretching your faith to receive, you're going to live to see it happen. I ain't capping. You're going to live to see it happen. The husband, the wife, the spouse in your house, the children, the place of where it is that you move to another tier in your financial development, the improvement. You're going to live to see it happen. Come on, I believe it for you. 30, 60, 100-fold, exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you can ask or think. If you believe it, just say, I believe. You're going to live to see it happen. It's not too late to be great. It's not too early to get started. What you've been believing for, God says more. Yeah, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. His ways are not your ways. His thoughts are not your thoughts. As high as the heavens are above the earth, so are his thoughts higher than yours. Whatever you've been believing for, expect that and more. 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 Come on, type more. Type more. See over your life. Got to focus on love. Got to focus on lessons. Got to focus on living through dying places. That's the life. Then here it is. You got to focus on leadership. Steve Jobs, the originator, the developer of the iPhone, said this: if you want people to like you, don't be a leader. Just sell ice cream. Yeah. And our problem is we want to be liked by everybody. We want to please and appease folks. Everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to like you because you created healthy boundaries for yourself. Everybody's not going to like you because of how it is that you create a vision for your future. Everybody's not going to like you because of what you're doing for you. Everybody's not going to like you because of the standards that you set for yourself. Everybody's not going to like you because you tell it like a TI is. Everybody's not going to like you because you're a straight shooter. But you're a leader. Can't call yourself a leader if you're walking and nobody's following you. You're just doing cardio. Real leaders are not those who have a whole lot of followers. Real leaders are those who create leaders from those who follow them. What are you doing to create leaders? What are you doing to imbibe the whole aspect that you are a leader? How are you leading you? You can't lead anybody else until you first lead you. Leaders are readers. Most illiterate person is not the one who can't read, is the one who can read but won't read. What am I doing to develop my mindset as a leader? What am I doing to develop my heart set, my skill set, and my soul set as a leader? How am I being a compassionate leader? Do I want more for people than they want for themselves? Leadership is not solely just focused on you. It's focused on us. It's not focused on just I as us, not me, but we. Ours. Come on, family, type ours. Type hours. This is why I do hours and hours and hours worth of content on this channel right here. This is why I do hours and hours and hours worth of development, of training, of teaching, of empowering, of impacting, of instructing. But it goes even further when you join my Eagles community. You see the link right there. The link is in the chat. As a matter of fact, I want you to go right now, because this is not just my channel, this is our channel. This is not just my community, this is our community. It's the Eagles community. Once you go right now to the EaglesAcademy.com. Come on, I'm talking to a few of you right now. I want you to join us. EaglesAcademy.com. Tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. You say, well, what is it all about? Eagles community is a diverse community of leaders, innovators, industry cultivators and movers and shakers who are on assignment to grow their greatness. It's all about soaring into greater success and purposes. This is what we do. Sharpening your mindset, your skill set. Come on, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Eagles family. Healing your heart set. Developing your tool set to be an asset in any particular environment. And so, whether we're talking about relationships, whether we're talking about communication, whether we're talking about business development, personal investment is what it's all about. So I want you to invest with us. I want you to invest in yourself. EaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Become a YouTube member of our YouTube community, 3 tiers. We have VIP, OQP, royalty. All right? Y'all are CEOs. Continue to be a chief encouraging officer of your life through love, through leadership, through lessons, and that's what it is that we do. Life, love, leadership, and lessons. If you're going to take a L at all, those are L's worth taking. It was never a loss. It was a lesson for your progression. Family, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing your face in our digital space. Join us, join us, join us in our Eagles community. Gonna be absolutely powerful and impactful. Hit the subscribe button on this channel. Don't just be a ghost follower. Peace and love. I will talk to y'all next time.